Welcome back. Going to the second half here of Dropped Frames Co. Let's start with you. I don't think this was a sponsored stream. I think in the past you maybe did, but Rumbleverse was playable this past couple of days. I think it's you tell me, the final weekend before release?
It's the player test.
Okay.
It's the official word is Rumbleverse network test.
Got it.
And yeah, the game is super clunky. There definitely are some lag issues,
Really?
but damn if it isn't just enjoyable. It's enjoyable and fun. It's basically it's a BR, which I'm not super into because I feel like they got really kind of repetitive and didn't do anything new. But you know, a lot of times when I've talked about BRs, I've said multiple times, I like BRs, I just never feel like they're doing something that's kind of new to the genre.
Yeah.
Well, this is the answer to that question. It is essentially a melee only, just like rock, paper, scissors style BR cartoony game. The big thing I want to be able to do is play with my community, which you can tell in the options it's set up to do that. In fact, I think some creators have that kind of turned on their account. I'm not one of them, unfortunately.
Ah.
But I feel like it would be a super fun game to play with people you know. But I've just been doing solo queues. Last night I won a couple rounds, and it is fun. It is clunky, but it is
What
very fun.
describe what you mean by clunky? Like it
What do I mean by
plays
clunky? I mean
poorly,
I
or
mean
what does
that
that mean?
that the game is based around your character, not your camera. So you and so basically, like, if you snap to the left and look at somebody and start clicking to attack them, your character will just start punching air in front of whatever way it's looking. Climbing, you have to press a button to climb and press a button to get off. So until you start getting that down, it doesn't feel like any other climbing mechanic, and it feels just kind of weird. Um, the movement is very blocky. It's not very smooth movement because it's
Got it.
designed to where when you start something, you kind of have to finish it. And the rock paper scissor aspect is it works, and I understand why they do it, but at the same time, if you mess up, then you kind of just get locked in these multi-second things that are happening and you can't react until they're done. So they make some interesting decisions. Like, basically, the way that it works in the rock paper scissors is first of all, there's this big list of counters, and as you go up the list, like, a normal attack will counter an unblockable attack. An unblockable attack will counter block. Block will counter a normal attack. Like, there's a rock paper scissors thing there, but then also if two characters launch the same attack, then there's a priority system on top of that.
Got it.
So, like, if you know, you can get these books which give you randomized special moves, like in for wrestlers, and those moves have traits. Like, one of them may be a super move of a certain kind, and then if a person does a normal move of that while you use the super move, well, you will overwrite their move and then do that. So there's like multiple priority systems at work, and getting all that down with everything moving as fast as it does, and then also with the kind of weird character aiming, not camera aiming, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
So
There's a
another thing
learning
is
curve to it.
there's a big learning curve, and also because of the way that the aiming works, how there isn't really aiming, it makes it so when you lock into these long combos, if you miss a combo, then you just, like, there's literally, like, you'll get locked 3 moves going in just the wrong direction, or you'll do a drop kick, just completely not even where you're looking, and because you thought your character was looking that way, but he wasn't. So it's just weird, a little weird. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna make good people really, really good, and normal players think it has a high skill cap.
Does it? Would it does have a high skill cap, or are you saying it? Think it has a high
I'd
skill
say
cap?
I'd say there is gonna be a high skill cap. Once you figure out exactly how the movement system works, that's a lot of evening the playing field, but I'd say the skill cap is gonna come more in being able to super, super quickly identify what your teammate is doing, and then being able to, like, instantly know the counter.
Got it.
So there's a lot of twitch gameplay to this game, especially if you're like when you knock somebody down, they're invulnerable on the ground, and then they get to decide how they get up. Are they just going to get up? Are they going to get up into a normal attack? Are they going to get up into a block? Are they going to roll? So there are these situations when you get knocked down like this, and the other person will, like, back up and then wait to see what you're going to do, and then it instantly becomes like a rock paper scissors game. Like, are they going to hold block and hope that you don't do an unblockable? Are they going to attack you because they think you're going to do an unblockable? And it, like, right here, you can see him running away, and then he, like, runs a circle and then comes back and does an attack. He runs away, and then he lets me get up and then runs back and engages me.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, and knowing how to react to that situation is what's going to separate good players from casual players, essentially. So
Sure.
right there, we both kind of threw the same sign. You can see we both looked at each other blocking because we thought the other was going to attack.
This game, I think, had they're definitely putting money in the marketing here. They had a lot of sponsored stream over the past couple of days. Do you foresee within just, I don't know, the conversations that a lot of those people are having, not saying you have conversations with all those creators, but you think it's going to stick around after a sponsored segment? Does this have lasting power? Because that's always the big question when it comes to this stuff.
I know there's a, like, to be clear, I was not sponsored to play this, and I don't know if the other guys were. I'm an Epic partner.
I saw a bunch of like sponsored tweets.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not a sponsored
Exactly.
gameplay
Yeah,
session. I'm not sure.
My sponsorship in this game goes as far as that, it's an Epic game and they want me to play Epic games kind of thing. So
Yeah.
but they did not tell me play this game. We're paying you to play it.
Got it.
So I'm not sure if that's what the other streamers were too. I'm not sure what boat they're in. But that being said, I think that they want this game to be the next Fortnite. I think that they're trying to make a game that they feel is different enough from Fortnite, but also the same enough. While at the same time, it's a different type of skill cap because it doesn't require aiming of any kind, even when you throw items at auto aims. So this is much less about aiming and much more about timing. So I feel like they're gonna try to get this to be the next Fortnite, but I really like with that clunkiness that I was talking about. I think that's gonna throw off a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the kind of, because the problem is if you don't learn how that clunkiness, how to play with that clunkiness, it doesn't feel good. To put it bluntly,
can you
it
lock
doesn't
the camera?
feel very good.
Is there a way to lock the camera
to your character?
Yeah, like where it would be behind you at all times.
No,
okay.
I don't know if there is. Maybe there's a way to do that. But yeah, I can tell you the way that I've been playing it. It took me a good while to like
get used to it,
get it down, and I still don't have it down that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a lot better now. Like I said, I won a couple rounds last night. I know what I'm doing now, but mostly it's because I think most people don't. So
sure, it's early days.
A nice advantage.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just watching the gameplay here. Funny enough, the CEO of Iron Galaxy, which is the developers behind this, we actually had on the show a long time ago. Dave Lang is it's his company, cool. Which is really wild to see. They also made like Killer Instinct and games of that. Dive Kick, that was also them. So they've got some fighting game cred. Okay. Yeah. So to see them kind of on this stage it's taking my brain a little bit to get used to.
It's wild.
Yeah. Wild. It does it have like, everything you would expect from a BR? Does it have a battle pass?
Oh, yeah.
Does it have skins? It's got all that.
It's got skins. It's got a shop. It's got random items. It's got boxes that spawn all over the map. You have a persistent passive buff system via protein drinks. So there's 3 different protein drinks: power, health, and stamina. And as you get those, if you see in the bottom right there, you get 10 slots, and you can fill them up however you want to in terms of a balance of power, stamina, and health.
Yeah.
So it adds a little bit of customization where you're constantly gaining power throughout it. There's tons of random moves, and then those random moves have rarities that make them stronger and sometimes give them more traits. There are weapons you can pick up. There's a star system which gives you super or like a mini res. Huh. There's a lot to the game. There's clearly a lot of thought in the game.
Mom,
and I think that's one of the reasons that it's been fun.
Oh, Mom, God, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Exactly.
Did you win this round? Or was what's happening an excuse here in about 5 seconds?
Oh, I get killed all the time. Okay. Yeah. So
yeah, you're definitely.
This is a game where you will be doing great, and then you'll have one encounter with a dude that really knows what he's doing and just get completely floored.
Okay. So no sense of matchmaking yet then? No like hidden MMR or anything like that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I don't know if
that's a great way to kill a BR.
That either.
Yeah.
I will say that the timers, you can download this right now for free and play it yourself.
I think the servers are down as of today.
Are they?
Yeah, they're down as of like 3 hours ago is what my chat was saying.
Oh, they're gone?
Yeah.
Oh,
there's limited
they
time
were up until tonight. Oh, yeah. Damn. Oh, that's too bad. I was totally going to play tonight.
Yeah.
But I will say that I never had, now granted, this is probably because it was free, and I'm not sure if it's going to be buy to play, but I had zero, like I was in around every 10 seconds. Like it was chunking along. Like people were definitely enjoying it. There was never an issue for population, but again, that may have just been because it was free.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yep. Any idea when it's like going full release? Have they said anything of around that? Did you have any blog posts
I
that were
don't
saying when
think
this comes
so.
out? Okay.
I don't know. If they're doing network tests, they're obviously getting
We're getting
close.
close. Yeah. I mean,
Their
it looks
UI
fully
was
featured.
also the UI was also pretty fleshed out. Like there were a lot of screens where it's like, this is where you'll get this, and this is where this will happen on release and things of that nature. So yeah, Ko is so pale next to Lena. Lena's arms are bigger than Ko's. Okay. Slow down. Slow down.
Jeez.
I'm working on it, okay? Come on, man. Jeez. But yeah, there's a lot going on that definitely felt like a finished game.
Yeah.
It could, I mean, honestly, from what I played, it could, like, there weren't any major bugs. My complaints
good.
were like the big kind of like the actual game things that I don't think they're going to be changing before release. So, and it was fun. I mean, even with the issues I had with the game, I played it 4 hours,
Mhm.
and I was planning on jumping back in tonight. And I'll be blunt, for a BR these days, that's a lot of time for me to be spending in a BR. Like,
Sure.
I've tried many BRs over the last couple of years, and it's been the kind of thing where I'm just pretty much in and out. I play it, I play a few rounds, I'm like, okay, more of the same, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
So
You-
this one definitely had enough unique things to keep me engaged more than just an hour.
Did you already go over the playable characters? Like how many there are?
Oh, it's fully customized. There's no playable characters. So you make your
Oh, okay,
wrestler. You pick from body types, you unlock different things for them. There's tops, bottoms, hair, accessories, like the whole 9 yards. You make your wrestler. Yeah. I think there's an official name for them. I don't remember what they call it. This is the super. And that's
Oh, wow.
hilarious because if you do that over like a bounceable object like a car or something, then you get even like higher and higher into the
Oh,
sky.
wow.
So you get like ridiculous things there.
So it's got like some
But-
pop off moments then that are,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that's cool.
You can climb up any structure and just climb right up it. So.
You do more damage when you jump off like can you jump
yeah.
off the structure and
If you jump off a structure, you start getting like the little like dropping shockwave around you, and if you hit somebody on the ground, like you will do a huge amount of damage. There's also a lot of moves that either throw people off things or tackle them off things. And if you tackle them off the side of a building and then like fly down and slam into the ground, your attack will do significantly more damage.
let's see, I'm gonna see if you jump off here, then we'll move on. Was there any sense of to draw parallel lines with Fortnite, like any sense of other IP coming into this game? Are we gonna have like a Spider-Man wrestler rolling around?
Spider-Man costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
I see it almost identical to Fall Guys. So you
Okay.
can very, very
Sure.
easily see like all sorts of partnership and cross IP stuff in the form of costumes and enhancements and accessories, and like just like that guy right there. He's wearing a freaking inflatable duck on his hat.
Sure.
Or for a hat. So there's stuff like that all over the place.
Cool. And
Lots and lots of room for that.
it will be free to play? Is
I
that
don't know.
okay?
I was asking chat. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's a buy to play or a free to play.
Well, we'll see.
If it's free to play, then they are that will be very good for this game. I think that would be a great decision if they
Chad is saying it will be free to play.
cool. I
Website
think that
says
could be
free
a
to
lot
play.
of fun.
So there
That's
you
going
go.
to dramatically help its chance of success. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, we'll have a.
It's definitely the kind of game where the more you play it, the more fun it is. I was not having nearly as much fun in the first few rounds as I was the last few rounds I played. It was sizably different. Once you learn how it functions, and you learn where to get heals, and you start picking a nice little setup you want for your protein drinks, and you start learning to get around the clunkiness, it gets remarkably more entertaining.
Cool.
Especially as you start learning about the counters and stuff and how they work. And because there's a lot of times at the beginning you'll get like a really cool move and you'll go up and use it against a guy and he'll just smack you once out of it. And it's like, what the hell? And then like you don't understand exactly like how the game mechanics work. But it once you start figuring all that out, it becomes much more of like, oh, I should have waited, I should have done this, I should have done that. Like it becomes more of my problem than what the hell is wrong with this game's problem.
Sure. The frustration starts to circle back.
Yeah,
then.
exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that'll probably be on my radar then whenever this comes out. I would expect probably some sort of fall release with this if they're gonna go try
I'm
to hit
thinking
as
like
many-
November 7th.
Yeah, that might be a good date. I feel like there's a lot of other or not
Not
that many
a lot of stuff
options.
going on then.
Yeah, not that many options happening around that time. So should be
From
fun.
the Rumbleverse FAQ, when it releases, it will be released on PC, obviously, PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox, and Xbox One,
Got
Xbox
it.
Series X and S, and Xbox One. It will be cross-platform. They will have cosmetic only microtransactions, they say.
Okay.
Let's see. You don't have to have Game Pass or PlayStation Plus or anything to play it.
Cool.
Let's see. Yep, that's the bullet points.
All right.
Great.
That's Rumbleverse. Zeke, you stepped into the world of, how do you pronounce? I'm just gonna let you. Danganronpa. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I've always said Danganronpa, but it's
Danganronpa.
probably a little bit butchering the pronunciation.
It's fine. Trigger
But
happy
actually, you know what? It is
havoc.
Danganronpa because I remember I could hear it in my head. Danganronpa.
Oh, is that how it's
like
announced?
in the intro? Yeah.
Ah, gotcha. How was it? Did you enjoy your time here? Is this game spoiler heavy? Should I be careful?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay. All right.
I didn't get in any spoiler like until the very end. Like I guess. Yeah. Don't do the last half of because I think there's 2 VODs.
There's 2 VODs. Yeah. I
Yeah,
made the
just do
first
the
VOD.
That's fine.
Okay, great.
Nothing spoilery in that one.
Gotcha.
Except like, the first, like, they jump you into what's going on. Like,
Yeah, it's chapter 1.
the basic gist of it is, you're a high school student. What, in a Japanese anime game? You play a high school student? No way. Yes way. Oh my God.
Big if true.
Crazy. Do you do like way too adult things and deal with way too adult situations for any high schooler to be dealing with? Oh, you betcha. But yeah, it's a high school drama game about a visual novel game about being kidnapped and being forced to murder.
Oh yeah,
is kind of the gist of it.
Okay.
You are I didn't finish it, so I don't know how it plays out or anything like that. I got to the first trial. Let's just say that. And I finished the first trial. I'm just letting you know, I'm probably not gonna be playing this again on stream.
Yeah.
It's just like I pushed through a few games that I regretted pushing through them because the payoff for me personally was not like I'm talking about like AI the nonary games 999 and I made it to the end of a couple of those and I wished I hadn't because it's there's some definitely twists and turns and stuff, but it's not like it's too long to be enjoyable for me. Like a good example would be a game that I didn't mind doing that with was Doki Doki. Like Doki Doki Literary Club. Like it was nice. It didn't overstay its welcome. It had a very cool twist. It was exciting, and then it was over, which is what you want, Yeah. But these they just have a tendency to like drag on and with dialogue and fucking repeating every single point that they make in the game over and over and over again.
Get a lot of plot point repeating.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
A lot of recapping. A lot of oh my god, so much repeating of the last person's sentence or the last 2 words of sentence. Like, are you going to the high school? The high school all the time.
Man, it's funny that you mentioned that. This is a random tangent. We'll jump right back to the game. I recently started replaying Yakuza 7. And I'm walking around in like chapter 6 and I'm like, someone please tell me what the fuck is happening in this game. Cause I don't remember anything. And so I'm like praying for a backstory drop. Hasn't happened yet. I'm going to probably have to look up some sort of like guide or something and just like give me a quick story recap. Cause I forgot everything that happened in that game up until that point. It turns out the story's pretty crucial to enjoy your time in Yakuza 7.
That's one of the things I have absolutely loved about the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative.
Yeah.
Every time you load the game, it's like you're coming back on the next episode of a TV show where it shows like the last 4 major plot points, like doom, doom,
yeah,
doom. Like they're always up to date. So it's like every stream, like anyone watching gets fully caught up in like 30 seconds and then it goes.
It works if you're not like marathoning it for sure. Because if you're marathoning it, you just get that nonstop.
I just wish it was an option. I just wish it was would you like a recap?
Yeah.
Because I would be like, no, thank you. That's fine. Well, too bad. you might not watch the recap, but you're going to get a recap in the game. They're going to talk about it, and then you're going to go talk to somebody else, and you're going to come back to that person, and they're going to go over what we just said again. Great, wonderful.
That's how it goes.
But that's like, this game is no worse than like a Persona or any other of those, story heavy games from Japan. It's not like, it doesn't go over, anything else that we played. It's just, I've always hated it. Like, I've never liked that trope.
Yeah.
Or that style of storytelling of, 2 steps forward, 1 step repeat.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if you took all of the superfluous, repeating and recapping and shit like that, if you took all of that out, this game would be a lot shorter, obviously, but it also would be like much more playable for me personally. Because I think it would probably cut out like 25% of the game and have like, it would cut the fat off of the game and keep the, the juicy good meat, because it's not bad. Like, the story in and of itself is very interesting. It's just, if you hear your favorite song 30 times in a row, it's going to not be your favorite song anymore.
Sure.
But that being said, it's a very interesting story. I like the whole premise is you get kidnapped, and the only point of contact you have is this black and white bear, Monokuma, who talks to you and tells you like the scoop. It's like, you're the best baseball player in high school. You're the best fashion, person in high school. You're the best. What was the weirdest one? There was just one that was just like, even for Japan, I was like, there's a list of like people that are really, really good at this. Okay.
Lego building.
Oh, fanfic writer. That's what it was.
That's close to what I said. Yeah.
Oh no, the biker gang one. That's what it was. The biker gang.
Yeah, the biker
gangs,
gang, dude.
Like the world's best biker gangster. And I'm like, are you what? Dude, come on. But anyways, you take all of these people who are the best at their thing.
Okay.
And you put them in a high school, and then there's you, who is average at everything, and you get to go to this special school or whatever, because you are the luckiest student, because your name got drawn.
Oh.
And everybody thinks that going to this place is like a finishing school. It's like only the elite get to go to this place. But you find out that this bear has brought you all here, so you would like to try to convince you to murder each other. And if you get away with that murder, you get to go free. And if you don't want to participate, they have ways of making you participate. Like, they show you videos of like your family in peril, so to speak. Without like trying to get you the main points without like spoiling anything.
Yeah.
But they have ways of coercing you into participating. And then once someone is murdered, there's a trial, and that's how you get away with it. If you convict the wrong person, that person gets away with it and then goes free.
Is it always, does it follow the same people that are, that you blame the murder on every single time, or is there some randomness to it?
What do you mean?
And the trials, if you can like blame it on someone else, is it always that person at that specific point in time, or can you blame it on someone else?
Oh, I think it's pretty set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, the way it's laid out, I think it's linear.
Yeah. Okay.
No randomness. But yeah, so like you go through the trial, you the first one is pretty. And then there's another thing. Like, I don't know who they're directing this towards, but like before the trial even began, they kind of were like shoveling it in your mouth, like, this is the person. No, here's another clue. Here's another clue. And then you get to the trial, and you have to go through like an hour and a half of trial before you get to the damningest evidence, available. It's like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? It's like, show him the murder weapon. It's right here. Just there's like, I was there when he stabbed the person. Like, You know, it's like eyewitness account.
Yeah.
That kind of shit. So you're just waiting for that to come up. However, I will say that the mechanic of the trial is fun because during the trial, you like people start talking, and you have truth bullets,
Oh.
and you fire truth bullets at deceptions, lies, that kind of stuff, and you go, you don't do objection, you don't do that, but you do that's wrong.
Mm.
Say that instead, which is not as good. I'll
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
But then you say that's wrong, and then you explain why it's wrong. Like, oh, you weren't there. Remember when you said blah blah blah? So there's like that kind of shit.
Mhm.
And it can get pretty intense. Like even in the tutorial trial run, I was like, ooh, this could get intense. I could definitely see this, like, because they give you a time limit, you know. And the longer you take, the worse you do. So you want to like fire your truth bullets immediately when you see an untruth, you know. So,
Yeah.
there's also a gotcha gift. Oh, is there a gift system in a Japanese game? Oh, you bet there is. Oh man, there is definitely a gift system where you get these. You put your coins in. You find these coins like hidden around. You turn this thing. You get a little. You get a present, and they're of course they're very weird. Like you get a. Now I hope this is it. Is it? No, it's not. Okay. You get a hand bra. It's a bra that looks like two hands.
So
In the
when
boob.
I opened up the VOD and just clicked randomly in the timeline, that was the first thing that came up. So I should have started
Yeah.
there. Instead, I
Yeah.
was just like, let's not start there, and I clicked somewhere else. Yeah.
And you
Solid
are a
hand
high
bra.
school student giving fellow high school students these presents. So, you know,
Ah.
that's not weird.
Yeah.
Of course it's not weird. But yeah, so you give them gifts, and it's like sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it's arbitrary, like because that's one of the things that I refuse to participate in these Japanese games where you give gifts. I just ask the Chad to backseat me, like, who wants this gift? Okay. Because I don't want to like
Do the
look,
research.
because I would just look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's that, and it's fine, but it's also like it just drags, and all these games drag for me.
Got it.
I'm currently we'll get to it, but I'm currently playing another. I don't know if it's a Japanese dev game, but it's definitely anime inspired. Neon White,
Yeah.
and I'm playing through that. I played a little bit of it on my stream, but I also am playing it a little bit on my own, and it's not bad as far as I was worried
Jargon.
that the dialogue in between the fucking awesome fast paced heart pounding action would like really just grind things to a halt, but it's okay. Like the pacing is okay.
Yeah.
But there is a gift giving system in that game too.
Always. I can pull that up. We can just jump over to it's Neon
Sure.
White, right? That's the name of it?
Yep, Neon White.
Yeah.
I played the demo of this. We might have talked about it a little bit before because
did.
I played the demo.
Yeah.
Okay. But it fully released, and it's fantastic. It is really super fun. And it's one of the rare games that I actually like went back to on my own time and play through it. It's at its core, it is a level based time attack first person platformer. This is it. This is the game.
Yeah.
You're also on the spot that I spent a shitload of time trying to beat Elohim's time.
Great.
Because it was a short level, and you have to make like exacting jumps. And I was trying to I got up to like 3 thousandths of a second within his time, and still I couldn't beat it. I don't know how long I spent on it. Probably I want to say I spent like a half an hour just trying to beat, maybe even longer, just trying to beat that one time.
Yeah. One.
And I just couldn't do it. You got to get it perfect. It's like one run, jump, blast through a door, jump off a pillar, and into the goal, and that's it. And just trying to shave off 2-3 thousandths of a second, just I couldn't. I gave up after a minute. But if you want to fast forward to other stuff, there are many levels.
Leave it on this for a while.
Okay. There are many levels, and it goes super fast. They give you trophies: bronze, silver, gold, or 4 trophies: bronze, silver, gold, platinum. It is not even for someone of my skill level, platinum is not impossible. It can be difficult at times, but it's not. It's doable. I'll say that it's doable. And on every level, once you get like a silver or a gold, or no, every time you finish the level, it gives you what they call insight on the level. And the more insight you gain on a level, the more stuff you get out of, or more help you get in the level. Like if you get like a level 2 insight, you get like a ghost of your former runs to see if you're lagging behind your previous run. If you get like the level 3, they give you a hint in game. So you run and you see this little hand like floating in the air, and then you run into it and it shows this little trail of like, oh, you can skip this part. You're like, and it's usually like shit I didn't think of, like, oh fuck, you're right. I could just skip this entire section because there's nothing in there and just, jump over there or whatever. So the hints are actually very good. And there's a gift in every level too. And I'll let you guess what you do with those.
Okay.
No, I won't let you guess. You give them to girls and guys.
I was working on my guess.
I know. I'm sorry. You give them to friends, and
what does that give you though?
Let me tell you, JP. Guess what you get? Like it's like segmented, so it's like this time you get this, and this time you get this. But it's like you can get a bonus level, or you can get more dialogue.
I heard the dialogue
that's your gift.
Is really bad in this.
It's not. I mean, it's anime. It's but it's not like serious.
Yeah,
like,
I heard it's really silly / borderline stupid.
No, it's goofy. It's I would say it's if like Danganronpa, or not Danganronpa. Like AI is on one side, and No More Heroes is on the other side.
Okay.
It's definitely more towards No More Heroes, like Travis Touchdown kind of dialogue, like a lot of juvenile, a lot of oh my God, I saw your butt cheeks, man. And then you're like, you go, your face gets red.
They do the booba emote. Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah. So you get gifts every level and stuff like that. And there are, I don't know how many levels there are per mission. So within the mission, you get, I want to say like 10 at least, but man, they're all fun and it's so fast, which, more and more, I realize like how important that is to me, that you can move fast. Yeah. Like even if it takes you a while to get to the destination, if you feel like you're moving fast getting there, that counts. That really, really counts for me. And there's no wasted time in the level. If you fuck it up, quick restart, just like the best of its kind of game, like Super Meat Boy. It's just like one button or two buttons. It's like restart, go. Restart, go. Because you do that a fucking lot. If you want to get like platinum trophies and figure out the levels and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's great, and I'm liking it, and I'm glad I'm kind of playing it off stream because I read faster than I speak.
Yeah.
So I
think most people do.
Yeah, right. I can see the dialogue, that like I can pick out the important words of the dialogue, so I don't have to like sit there and voice act the entire thing. But it's also very high school. It's very like, I'm an assassin. Like, oh my God, that looks so good on you. Oh yeah. And then there's of course the Ryuji character, the like, hey bro, you want to come play, bro? Oh yeah, I saw you out there. It was really cool, bro. That's a sweet katana, dude.
Is that how they sound in your head when you read their lines?
That's how they sound in the game. I'm not kidding you.
Oh, so they're voice acted in some situations.
Some parts.
Got it. Okay.
Like the main story nodes are voice acted. The gift giving, like the reward for giving them a gift dialogue is the old anime like, huh? And then the whole like, what? And then the whole line comes out.
Yeah. Makes sense. Cool. Is this on Game Pass? I forget. I know it's not expensive. It's under 20 or something like that.
I have it on Steam.
Okay.
And it's $25, but it's
okay. I thought it was cheaper than that.
But I don't know how many levels there are. I don't know how long it is, but I put 7.5, it looks like, hours into it, and I love it. And I don't know if you get penalized like story wise later, like if it's a story you actually want to follow. It doesn't feel like it's something that you need to right now.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, if you wanted to skip the dialogue and just do the levels, you probably could and enjoy it just as much as you would if you actually like the novel stuff.
Cool. Sounds good. That is Neon White. I haven't really been playing too much on stream apart from Hollow Knight, which I'm pretty much like I'm at the end. My percentage is 101%, but I don't know if I'm gonna do all the super fucking. I don't know if either of you have gotten to the end, but the end is like super fucking crazy, insane amounts of time fights that I don't know if I'm going to do, at least right now. I'm going to try and get the quote true ending of whatever this is. But the fight's a little bit difficult, so we might end up doing that today. But yeah, I'm on the Silk Song hype train now. Hollow Knight's fantastic. I didn't expect to be. The gameplay is good, and I really enjoy that aspect, but I really enjoy the world more and like the story aspect where they're not really telling you explicitly what the fuck is going on. Kind of just wander around and discover little bits and pieces through hidden lore rooms and things like that. And chat's been helping out with all of that. This is actually, I'm going to skip away from this part. Let's go here. I was a little bit spoilery of a fight at least. But yeah, I'm fully on board with this. I don't know why I never played it. The beginning is a little boring for the first like hour or two. They don't give you very much traversal abilities, like the double jump and the wall slide thing where you can jump off of walls and all that type of stuff. You don't get that for very early in the game. And so I think that's why I bounced off of it pretty quickly. But the second you get all the traversal stuff, the game opens up and it's a ton of fun. I think the combat's great. Story for me is definitely the most engaging aspect, and how it's not engaging. You're just kind of this fucking weird bug wandering around this giant world with other weird bugs in it, and you kind of start to piece together everything.
Wait, you're
slowly.
a bug? Spoiler. Jesus.
Yeah. You
God.
are a bug. I know. It's oh nice. The VOD died. It's a very not. You don't suspect that you're a bug in this right out of the gate. But yeah, I had a great time with it, and I'm probably finishing it up today. I'm glad I just hit this right out of the boss. You can see here's a little bit of a boss. I'm not going to say what that is, but very spoiler filled. I'm full on into the world of Hollow Knight now. I'm on the Silk Song train. I don't know why it's taken so long though. That's maybe, I guess, because maybe the dev team's small. There's not that many people that worked on it. At least this one. So maybe it just takes a long time to pump out.
It's indie. How long? It's indie and it's niche.
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah.
How long?
I don't want to real quick. I don't want to blow your mind, JP, but there's about 700 games like this that you would probably play and absolutely love.
I would. My rebuttal to that is this one's better than all those. Like,
this game is better than all those games you've never played and many you've probably never heard of.
Yeah, I would say that this game is really
that's
good.
valid. It's valid.
Like,
okay,
it's really good, and the fanfare around this is much bigger than all those other games I've never heard of because they've never told me about them, where they've heard this one about 1 billion times. So I feel pretty confident that this game's better than all those.
Does Chad know when the last I guess content for this game came out? Because I'm wondering if that's why
it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a new game by any stretch.
Right. I'm just wondering, like, the DLC, like, when they stopped doing that and started working on the next game.
Chad's saying 2020-ish. 2018 was the last DLC. Okay.
I mean, a couple years for a game isn't bad.
Yeah. And the DLCs add like varying amounts. Some DLCs are like not that much. Other DLCs are like an immense amount of content. But yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm super into it. I've actually gone and like done a small bit of farming off stream for this. Cause there is, as you get later in the game, it does become like a pretty big farm. If you're trying to get everything, like all the different charms and stuff, the amount of money, geo, whatever that you have to get starts to escalate immensely to where it's like 13,000 geo instead of 572 that I have right there on the screen. And you have to do some farming for all that, but yeah.
Did you play Dread JP?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Aware of it. I know it's quite good. And I've played Metroids before, so
I just wanted to see if you played both, where it compares for you.
Yeah, I think honestly the reason this game and why I've enjoyed it so much is right time, right place. Like a lot of those other games I've bounced off because there's either something else out there or something else that has caught my
Sure.
interest more. This game and like the mood and atmosphere of everything was just right time, right place. And it was something that grabbed me because I was looking for something to like throw myself into from that point of view in a world. And so it was right time, right place. Because this
Gotcha.
they don't tell you everything. Nothing in this game is like fully explained. It's like, oh, well, here's like a small snippet of lore, and if you find this other random fucking room across the world, they'll get a little bit more with. They don't tell you if that's this person's room, but maybe it's this person's room if you find this other like that type of stuff. And so I
Do you
was
like
kinda-
that kind of stuff?
I did at this point. I think if I'm in a different state of mind, I don't. Right, like I want the story all then and there. I found that I've definitely I'm a moody gamer, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Or like
Absolutely.
sometimes I bounce off of things that are at other like I bounced off this game 4 years ago. I played it
Mhm.
off stream upstairs, sitting on a couch, played it for an hour. It's like, nah, I'm good. And then I got past it while playing on stream and it's like, oh, I actually like the traversal of this game. Oh, this combat is actually engaging. Oh, this platforming is fun, like a little Meat Boy-esque in parts.
I would say that JP, you are an emotional gamer, and like that changes it unless that emotion is rage, and that's why you keep going back to WoW, or not WoW, LOL. Excuse me.
Oh
Like, keep
yeah,
going back to,
competitive. Yeah, I
like,
think you can put competitive because I'm still searching for it. Right, I haven't played League and Rise got me off of League. Monster Hunter Rise, I was playing that off stream, so that's been 2 weeks. But I'm starting to think like, man, I need to play some competitive. So I'm thinking about it. But I don't want to go back to League, man. That's like immediate rage. I need something where I have fun first, and then the rage shows up a little bit later once I get into it. So I don't know what that is.
yeah, that's pretty much every game, every competitive game for me is
Yeah.
it's hey, this is fun, right? We're all having fun.
Yeah.
I'm
What-
in therapy.
We need that not to not to bring up a sore spot in games. I want that golf Rocket League game that we were playing.
Listen,
that
I
game
do
was
too.
fucking fun, man. I
I
don't know when that's
loved it.
coming out.
It was great.
Me and Kobe, I don't
I
know
was-
if you saw. We played for like another 2 hours after.
Yeah.
you left.
What I was
Well,
what I was
did.
telling
saw it because my wife had the the stream on,
Yeah,
and then I quit, and she like had left it on. She hadn't changed channels or whatever,
yeah.
and I was like fuming and mad and stuff. Like an hour later, and I walk by her and I see you guys still playing. I'm like, have fun. Yeah, I hope you have a lot of fun. But it's great. The game was fun, and I'm looking forward to the release and playing it again.
The end of
As soon as
that,
I can handle what it makes me do.
yeah. The end of that session was I got this is my last one. I think 45 minutes later, we finally ended that stream because we finally it like clicked for both of us in terms of what was happening.
one gamed like 5 times.
Yeah,
Just one more. Just one more.
Yeah.
Just one more. We can't end on that one. Just one more. Like, funny enough, before the show, me and Zeke were kind of talking about that. And I was like, what we need to do, Zeke, is we need to make it a big event where it's like we play some of the highlights from the first stream when we all played together, and then the screen like fades away, and then it's like, and here's Zeke after therapy, and then we like play again, and it's just gonna be like Zeke's gonna be like, ah, no, it's fine. I'm feeling good about this. Congratulations on your victory, friends. That
Yeah.
was well played. Would you like to play again?
Oh, so I get better. I get more well spoken then.
Yes, you do. You
You
get
just
more
become
well
that's what
spoken,
happens in
more
therapy.
intelligent. That's what happens in therapy. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
man, therapy's
Added
magical.
bonus. Nice.
It's great. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a magical thing.
It's good stuff.
We're gonna need to get you. Yes, as someone said in chat, we need to get you a monocle and
Mm.
a cup with tea in it. Braid your beard, probably.
Can I need lessons with Sacriel then.
There we go.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know
Alright.
how to properly tea. I need to learn
Somebody
how
just
to.
said.
He'll teach you how.
Then it backfires. Zeke rips out the monocle, slams the teacup down.
Drinks the tea with
I
the
become-
monocle, glass shattered.
I become fucking what's his name, Begbie from Train Spotting, just
Yeah.
just glassing people all day.
Yeah, yeah, accurate. So, anyways,
Oh,
that's
man.
Hollow Knight. It's an older game, but I've fallen in love with it. I'm sad to finish up the like main story, but I'm not sad enough to get into the like post game stuff because it's fucking bananas hard. Like
Now
there's
you're doing the 100%, right? The
yeah,
true ending.
I'm doing the true ending. I just have to beat the final boss and I'm done with it later
Cool.
today. But like the stuff after that is fight every boss in the game without dying in a row. Good luck. And you're just like, well, I'm not gonna do that today. Like I don't want to subject myself to
Seriously?
that. Yeah, that's like an actual thing. Is beat unless chat was lying to me. It's beat every boss in the game without dying in a row. And that's the thing. I'm not ready to commit to that level of
Does that
pain.
give like an achievement?
Mega
I want to
Man
look
did
on
that.
Steam.
Come on.
I want to look on Steam and see like how many people
I
have
think
that
there is an
achievement.
achievement associated with it. There's also like a there's a platforming uh, there's a platforming area that's pretty difficult, and then there's a platforming area within that area that's even more difficult that people have said it's called the Path of Pain, if that's any indication. Like that's the actual in-game name of it, and that's supposed to be bananas. I have not seen any of that yet, but um, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do any of that. I've only spent like what's the Steam playtime? I think 25 hours total in the game, and chat was saying to get to like everything it would take me 60 hours. So I feel confident that it won't take that long if I was going to do all that stuff, but maybe I'm completely wrong because it does seem rather difficult. But I've enjoyed everything that I've played up until then. I've only gotten the rage is only set in once, and then it set in, and then I beat the boss, and then it was gone. So it was nice. I didn't get upset about any of that. Ollie's upset about something. I don't know why.
Ollie sounds pretty pissed.
He's mad
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, he's just over there barking. I don't know why. Anyways, that's Hollow Knight. Co.
Did someone get new shoes?
I don't know. He's downstairs. He might have finally saw because I think the lights are on there and there's a tonal machine now on the wall. And I think he might have just saw that for the first time in a week since it's been installed. So I don't know. He's still barking. Co, where do you want to go? Then I'm gonna go yell at my dog. Where should we what do you want to talk about next?
I've been doing 2 big games recently, DAI with mods and Somni Files Nirvana Initiative.
Let's do little Dragon Age, not Hollow Knight.
Sure.
Yeah. Talk about Dragon Age.
Oh.
I'll be right back real quick.
I have been replaying Dragon Age Inquisition. I've been doing it with 4 mods that have made the game exponentially better to play, which has been awesome. Playing it on Nightmare mode as a rogue, archer, artificer, and it has been awesome.
How the fuck old is this game?
I want to say like 7 years, something like that.
Okay.
So
There's been a lot of time for them to do mods.
Yep, there's lots of great mods out for it, and it's been a phenomenally fun playthrough. Not the game is not only better than I remember, but the mods have been making a big deal. And then what's even cooler about all this is that there's been 3 main DLCs since the game came out. I have not played any of them, and one of them is basically the true ending for the game that I've heard nothing but amazing things about. So I am incredibly excited to get to those points. I have like 30 plus hours in it now, and I'm itching to get back. I'm going to be playing it more tonight, and just going more and more and more. Yeah, it's been awesome.
What are the mods you have? I know that's probably a question you get all the time, but
Oh no, it's fine, man. The 4 big mods I'm using right now. There's one of them that drops the war timer tables. Like the way that when the game released, there was this thing called the war table where you could basically send your agents out on missions, and these were missions that would take like 8 to 24 hours of real time. It's
Right, yeah.
completely dumb. Felt like a mobile game. So I put in a mod that just removes all those. There's no timers, so you basically just like can just do all the war table mods as fast as you want. It's awesome.
Go get me some gold. I got it. Oh, okay. Go get more.
Basically, yeah, exactly. Another mod makes it so your party has much more banter. So there's actually a ton of really good banter in the game where different party configurations will say like really funny or insightful things to each
I
other.
remember that. Yeah.
For some reason in the base game, it's like every 15 minutes sometimes. So I have a mod in now that makes it so it's every 3 to 7 minutes almost all the time. And that has dramatically increased like how immersive the game feels. I have
Okay.
another mod that makes it so whenever I use my pulse, it's a little bit bigger and most importantly goes through walls. So that gives me a much better chance of not missing stuff, which has been great. And then the
Okay.
big mod, and oh my god, this drove me crazy the first time I played it. And now that I have it installed, it's just gotten so much better. Is this auto pickup? And for the love of God, I feel the same
Dude.
way about auto pickup as I do motion blur in games, where it's like every single game should give you an option to have an animation on picking up or using items if it's an arbitrary thing. Like, I understand in Dead by Daylight that you need to have a long ass animation sifting through stuff because that's part of the game for the kill to come and get you. But if it's like an RPG or something, or Horizon or God of War,
I
you're
was
just like
just gonna
running
mention
around.
Horizon.
Yep, where you're just running around. Funny enough, they put in a toggle, by the way. They actually added a toggle.
No, I know. I stopped
Um,
playing it. I saw that announcement and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, what? Like, what did it? I mean, thank you.
But
What did it
not
take you so long?
only
Jesus
not
Christ.
only did they, if like this, if it's just there in the world and you hit up and you walk up and hit a button, no animation, no camera change, you just pick it up, it goes in your inventory. If you go up to a container or something and you put and it opens a container, it automatically has it on take all. You just tap a button again and it just takes everything from the container. Super easy, super fast. And the first time I played this game, it drove me crazy how much I had to wait through that stuff. So that's been probably the best mod that I installed in this game, and it's just great. So I'm loving my build. My build is super active. Basically, I have a hook that pulls me into enemies. That is never has a cooldown and costs no stamina. I throw down bombs. I throw knives. I have like a shotgun bow blast. So and I'm super high DPS. And I also throw out elemental mines and stuff. So it's a super fun class, a very cool play style. I'm just ripping around the battlefield doing high damage. And yeah, I'm playing a female elf because I'm going down a specific route that lets me romance a specific character. And that specific character, and JP, you weren't here for when I was talking about this, but that specific character is one of the main characters in the big DLC called Trespasser, which I've never played before. And what people have told me over and over is this Trespasser DLC is not only the actual ending of the game, but it takes like an average story that's the base game and turns it into an amazing story.
Hmm.
And the reason I'm doing this playthrough is because they just recently announced the next Dragon Age is called Dreadwolf.
Yeah.
And that is based on Trespasser. So people keep asking me, why are you playing DAI right now? Well, I'm playing DAI because I know that every time information comes out about Dreadwolf, there's a chance that I'm going to get majorly spoiled on apparently some of the best Dragon Age content, which is the Trespasser DLC. So I'm kind of working through that right now to get everything done and also have a full 100% everything in the world is done exactly how I want it playthrough, because as we know, Dragon Age games work by loading the save between them. So I want to have a save ready to go, not only for me, but I'm going to give the save out to the community so hopefully they can use it in their games. They can like watch the playthrough, and then when they play their own Dreadwolf, they can just take that save from my playthrough and play their own game in Dreadwolf. So
Yeah.
I know
Now-
Dreadwolf is a ways off, but I don't want anything spoiled for me. So we're doing that now.
Makes
So
sense.
is Dragon Age: The Inquisition like the third core game in the series?
Yep.
Okay. So there's Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yep. Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and then Dragon Age Inquisition, and there's a few DLCs for Origins
DLC.
and 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's been great.
You're
I'm
on
loving it.
Inquisition right now, right?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
Inquisition. And then Inquisition has 3 DLCs, and 2 of the DLCs you can do. One of the DLCs you do in line with the story, and then another the DLC you can do towards the end. And then Trespasser, when you finish Trespasser, apparently you're done. Like you can no longer go back into the game when you're done with Trespasser. There's finality to it. I don't know what that means, but I'm excited to find out. So
Cool.
that's where we are with that.
What was why do people hate this game when it came out? I'm trying to remember because like I'm watching this, I'm like, this looks fine.
A few reasons. It was kind of buggy.
Okay.
There are
Okay,
some
I do remember the bugs.
There's some Ubisoft style map completion elements that people weren't really a fan of. They felt like it kind of killed the immersion from the last games. Like find 20 of these and do 5 of these and
I
find
recall
8 of
that.
those. Yeah. And also a lot of people were very turned off by the kind of mobily game mechanics of the war table. That turned some people off. And also there is something to be said about the fact that this is essentially Dragon Age Origins arcade. So like they took the more RPG deep tactical combat of Dragon Age Origins, and you could argue even a little bit of 2, and they turned it into what is essentially a more action twitchy based kind of combat. Like it's very flashy now. It's very super movie. You know, it's everything is a little bit more simplified and a little bit more fine-tuned to kind of being, quick. It's not a worse flavor, it's a different flavor. So a lot of purists, if you want to call them that, Dragon Age purists, were not super jazzed about the chain. It is a chain.
Yeah.
So, now that I've kind of now that I played through it and I've come back to it years later, I gotta say, I'm actually really, really enjoying it more the second time through. I don't know if I'm just in a more kind of actiony mood, but instead of comparing it so much to DAO like I did the first time, I'm more focusing on what I really like about it, like how combat is super quick in this one. It is super flashy. My class is causing explosions and doing it. It does feel more like an action game, but maybe that's okay. Maybe it's still really fun doing it this way. So especially since I got my class working the way I want it to, it's kind of great.
Yeah.
Yakuza was fine. Like the newest Yakuza, the whole mechanic change from action to JRPG. I thought that was great. So it can be good.
Yep. Also important to mention, I'm not using any graphic enhancement, and it looks really good.
Maybe the game ran poorly. Maybe that's what I remember as well. When it first came out, did it run okay? Or is it super graphic?
I think there were some issues. There were technical issues when the game came out.
Yeah.
So there were not only bugs. There were some other. I think there may have been some other issues as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can say that it has aged very well. I have had multiple people throughout this playthrough ask me what graphic mods I'm using. Every single time I'm like, no graphic mods, dude. This is
I thought for sure when I asked you about mods, you were going to say, oh, the graphic update mod, of course, because that's the first one people get for games like Skyrim and whatever.
Yep.
Yeah,
Rogue is also just a super fun class to play. Especially this particular build, Artificer. It's very in your. I'm using a bow. It's like I'm a melee archer. It's a really interesting concept and an interesting class.
So you're basically Hawkeye.
Sort of, yeah, a little bit. I might know what that means if I was a Marvel fan.
I was trying to find because
that's right.
Wait, DC? I don't even know.
No, Marvel's correct. We had drop frames was a thing when this game came out. I want to say we had Elohim on the show when we talked about this, and it was the four of us. But I was trying to find what VOD that was. I think it was the double digits. It was that long ago. Because
7 years ago.
Yeah, so it was definitely around the time, around the start of the show.
I want to say 2014, 2015.
Yeah, it was definitely around this. Yeah.
2014.
Otherwise known as the blue years, the blue background years.
Yes, that's true. The original, the OG graphics for sure. Yeah. Cool. That's Dragon Age Origins. Are you playing this on Steam? Do you have to have Origin?
I think Steam opens Origin, so it's pretty much all.
Or not Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age Inquisition. Sorry, I said the wrong game.
Origin. I'm sorry. Or it's going to be EA Play soon, right? So that'll be easier to say, or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, something like that. Who knows?
We'll save that for another news update when it happens.
Yeah, that's right. This game won Game of the Year at Keeley's show in 2014, right? When it was on the was that the Spike Video Game Awards? I think. Yeah.
Two quick questions in chat. First of all, somebody said, "Are any of the romances gender locked?" Yes. Sometimes you have to be a lady. Sometimes you get with another lady, and sometimes you have to be a guy. But there's many mods that open up all romances for everyone if you want to do that. And somebody else said, "I miss Elohim. Does he stream?" Yes, he does all the time. Actually,
time.
Yeah, he streams early in the morning. He's back to his old schedule. But yeah, he absolutely streams all the time.
Yeah, Zeke was beating his times. Well, trying to beat his.
Yeah, he was just talking about playing him just a little bit ago.
Yeah. Still, Elohim's still a threat. What time is it? We got 5 minutes.
Can we? There's one game I do want to talk about from my indie day.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Lands of Sorcery.
Okay. Let's talk
real quick before we finish that.
Sure.
Just so it's said, AI the Summoning Files and Nirvana Initiative. It's awesome. If you liked AI, you'll love the new one. It's fantastic and honestly, in some ways, better than the original. All right, that's all I wanted to say about it.
Great.
Go ahead, Zeke. Finish us out.
Okay, I did a few games on Indie Day, but Lands of Sorcery is a Darkest Dungeon Oh damn it! Oh come on!
What am I looking at? What am I looking at here?
Show the class.
I can't. I mean,
damn it. Okay.
All right, man. If you would have said that about 5 seconds faster, we would have all had our VOD banned, most likely, and maybe.
No, I don't. No, we would.
Wait, what are we talking about?
No, there's how does that work if this lady is not wearing a top? What
no, it's fine. It's
No,
just,
it's not. Please don't.
it's just boobs. But here's the thing. Boobs are fine in game. Everything like nudity is fine in games. Like
Is it fine when you're
Witcher,
talking about it
GTA,
on a show though? I don't. That
stuff
might
like that.
been the rule. I don't know.
The rule is, as far as I know, as long as the game doesn't focus on sex, like that's not the point of the game. If there is a sex scene or some nudity in a game, as long as it doesn't show penetration, you're fine. That's what I got dinged for. Was I got like it was a hardcore anime like still screen, and that was an accident and it happened. This I didn't have any worries about because if you play Witcher, GTA, whatever, you see titties, you see there's bath scenes and
Russ.
shit like that. All this
Rust.
was just like just totally like gratuitous. Like, would you like nudity on? I was like, sure, why not? And it was just like the opening scene. Just none of the women were wearing tops.
Yeah, no,
And that,
I'm
like,
looking
for
at that
no
right now.
reason.
That's
It was just
what
you
I'm saying.
walk
It's
into
really
an inn,
weird.
this high fantasy Dungeons and Dragons inn, and it's just they're all just walking around and sitting around just with titties hanging out. And you're like, there's no reason for these titties to be hanging out like this. You get it because the game is pretty much fan service anyway.
Got
But
it.
I just
If you would have,
all I wanted.
if
It's
you
not
were
a great game.
five,
It's a darkest
you're
dungeon kind of
5
game.
seconds faster,
Yeah.
it would have just been full blown. Yeah, on the stream. Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted. I told my chat I would do that.
Okay.
And
Well,
see what happens.
I'm too quick on the VOD, is what happened.
No,
there.
I figured you might look at it beforehand.
Well, I gotta find
But
it.
then I
It's just
turned the nudity mod off, and it was an average, okay game that played almost exactly like Darkest Dungeon.
got it. Yeah, it looked a little Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
I could fill 3 minutes. I think I'm done with Monster Hunter Rise. Put about 45 hours into it off stream. I'm at the point now where in that game you're hunting monsters that like either straight up one shot you or take for fucking ever to kill because they have so much fucking HP, or a combination of the both. And so I'm good. I'm MR 50. I'm not gonna grind and double that to MR 100 to see like the final fight, because it would take probably another 40 hours with how long those fights go. But it's really good expansion. If you played Rise, definitely grab Sunbreak. It's more Monster Hunter, more monsters, new monsters, old monsters, harder monsters, new gear, new items to get, all that type of stuff. So there's always, you could mod. I could cheat and mod my MR and then quit, but I'd rather just like farm it myself whenever they start releasing new monsters over the course of the next
fun of the game, man.
Yeah. But I wouldn't say there's a lot of cheating in the game, but on the PC version, it's very easy to just grab a mod that edits your weapon to do 9999999 damage, and you can just walk around online and there's no penalties. You just walk over and one shot a mob. They don't really care too much about it from what I've seen. So
Interesting.
that's that. But I'm just gonna wait for the DLC stuff, or not DLC, the free updates that Monster Hunter does over the next couple of months, and I'll probably get somewhere close to those fights and see all that stuff. Now I guess the wait for World 2 or whatever the next Monster Hunter is, whatever their next main game is, whenever that gets announced. Hopefully soon. I think a World 2 would be a pretty big deal whenever that gets put out there, if the leaks are to be believed. But that's that. I don't think I've
Did you
got
call
really
out the
anything
name
else.
for this one?
What do you mean?
Or no, the only Final Fantasy ones you like predict what the title will be.
Yeah.
You don't do that in
Monster Hunter, it's always just Monster Hunter something. World,
Okay.
Rise. Older games are a little bit more obscure. It'll probably be World 2 or something like that. If I had to have to imagine it. We could just do some shout outs, wrap it up. Still have a couple games to discuss next week. We'll try, and I'll reach out to Goth, see if he wants to jump on. We'll talk about his journey, which we mentioned a little bit before, which is a rather unique one. And then we'll keep doing DF all the way through. I'm trying to think what the next. Ubisoft has an event that they announced that I think's in September. But apart from all that, what is there's Xenoblade at the end of July. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 on the 29th. Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Awesome. You played all of 2, right?
Yep. I didn't do Torna though. Did you do the DLC? Do you have any plans? I'm probably just gonna. I might play it off stream. I might watch a recap. There might be some ties to it in the.
I tried to play Xenoblade Chronicles DE.
Yeah.
Didn't make it.
Yeah.
Didn't make it.
It's a lot. I mean, it's a lot.
It's also a lot to do right before 3 comes out. If I actually
Yeah.
want to do 3.
Yeah.
So I decided to just wait until 3.
They
I don't know if I know that 2 is going to be big to 3. I don't know if is Torna going to be a big
I
part
think
of 3?
Torna might be bigger connection to 3 than the main game. I don't know though. The connections are always a little bit looser than what I would, I guess, want from those
Interesting.
games. But
Okay.
yeah. I mean, if you remember the end of 2, that was where it connected to 1 in kind of a big way. Right?
Torna's a prequel to 2. Oh.
Yeah, it's all those characters that were in 2 that I'm not going to get into spoilers.
Well, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I stopped myself right before the spoilers. Let's do some shout outs and we'll call this a show. I have you labeled as Max because I didn't update it, but Zeke, do some shout outs.
Oh, no, you got it. It's good.
No, I'm saying in like OBS. It was the last thing I didn't update. Yeah, self-report.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for watching. My name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at or slash Ezekiel_III or Ezekiel the Third, all spelled out, on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Thank you to itmeJP for letting me come back against probably their better judgment. I appreciate it.
He almost took us all out with that Lands of Sorcery. I mean, that was.
Yeah, no kidding, man. My God.
Dude, shut up, Co. You played Witcher, man. You've shown boobs on your channel. I've seen it. Anyway,
dude.
If you want to see me not only shave my beard, shave my head, and then glue it onto the Mr. Scott Evans's face.
Nice.
What?
Well, do I have a charity for you? I've been raising money this month of July for St. Baldrick's, or St. Baldrick's Foundation, which is a childhood cancer foundation that takes your donation and disseminates it to where it's needed most. So they're basically like the central hub, and they spread out the money where it could do the most good. And I'm doing that for the entire month of July. If you guys want to donate, come over to my channel and put #bald in the chat, and it'll take you to the website. We're at 13,000 right now. If we get to 15,000, that's when I do the beard transplant to Mr. Scott Evans. 20,000, we're going to reprise the hot sauce cast where me and Scott and some special guests just put the hottest of hottest sauces on some nuggies and probably get high doing it because of the reaction that my body has to it, to hot, spicy things. And way down the line, stretch goal, if we even get close to 50,000, if we get to $50,000 raised, I will shave off my eyebrows as well. So they made me put it in there. So I said, okay, I'll do it, but it has to be a really high amount. I chose 50,000. So if we do that, there you go. But yeah, come on over if you want to donate to that, or you can just go to stbaldricks.org/participants/we couldn't care less. Clever, right? But if you want to know what I'm playing, well, I'm off tomorrow. Monday's off. But on Tuesday, I will be picking up, starting the new horror game I picked up that I've been hearing decent things about, called Madison.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's what
I've heard good things about that too.
Playing, on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific. All my streams start at 10 a.m. Pacific. So thank you for watching.
Stuff. Cool. What's going on?
I have so many questions about a lot of things I just heard. Something about hot sauce getting you high and a beard transplant. And when is that stream, Zeke? You said
it's after July. Well, after July.
Okay.
Yeah, because with this the campaign is going the whole month of July.
Cool. Okay. Anyway, hi everyone. Thank you so much for watching today. As always, big thanks to JP and Zeke. That was a lot of fun. I am waist deep in Dragon Age Inquisition. Probably going to play some more tonight, some more tomorrow as well. We're going to be returning to the Somnium Files Nirvana initiative at some point in the near future too. Also, maybe some Hard Space Shipbreaker, maybe some Madison. We'll be kind of mixing it up a little bit as we keep on going. But on that note, really appreciate all you guys being here. Thank you for watching, and see you next week if I don't see you earlier in the channel.
Cool. That's going to do it for Drop Frames. We'll be back next week, 1 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, we've got MCU Crew with me, Jesse Cox, and that Bronze Girl. We'll be talking all about the new Thor movie and how much we all hated it, I'm sure. So tune into that.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
We've been pretty negative recently on Marvel. So, yeah, check out the show. It's not the circle jerk one might expect. Kind of is, though, with Jesse there.
Ms. Marvel's good.
Yeah. Well, is it? Tune in tomorrow, Zeke. Discuss about that as well. I'll be finishing up Hollow Knight.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll be finishing up Hollow Knight later today. As soon as we wrap up here, Jericho's going to jump on and we're going to watch the final episode of The Boys from this season, which I've heard some pretty good things about, so I'm excited to check that out. And then that's about it. Probably, I might start Lost. You guys tell me. Lost Judgment, how long would that playthrough take? Would you garner? Is that a long one?
You're just going to be focusing main story?
Yeah, I don't really care for the side stuff.
20-ish? 2025?
Ooh,
I mean, if you just do main story, then probably like 20, early 20s.
Okay.
I'd say.
That might fit then, because that I gotta get to the 29th. That's the goal.
It's a lot of fun. And Greg Chun, such a boss. He's just great.
I really liked how that game looked graphically. So that might keep me in alone. I also like Yakuza 7 with everything turned up 4K. That's a gorgeous looking game. I'm enjoying that as well. In a weird way. Anyways, we'll do some more of that. Maybe I'll talk about it next week. But that's that. I got to get out of here because we got to watch The Boys. Jericho's probably waiting. He gets really angry if we keep him waiting too long. You know what I'm saying, Zeke?
I do, but I just feed him an M&M and tell him to go away, and he's good.
That's what you do with all Zoomers, really. That's how you keep them happy. Just give them M&M, then they'll be fine. Yeah.
It has Percocet in it. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. We gotta get out of here. Have a good rest of your weekend, guys. We'll see you next week for more Drop Frames. Bye-bye.